So I'm redoing the fascia on my house, and these, it's not really a joist. It's the overhang is just sort of a box built out off the house, but they only had these things every 4 feet. As you can see, that's one back there. This is one that I added, that'd be the next one. So they only had them every 4 feet, and I'm sure it's fine because the house was built in the 70s and it's worked till now, but I just kind of thought it'd be better if they were every 2 feet. So I needed to make more of these, and as you can see, they're square on the back, but they got this angle on the front. And I don't have a chop saw right now because it got stolen a while back and I ain't replaced it yet. But anyway, I'll show you how I made a jig to cut these things with a skill saw pretty quick and easy. And let me jump down here on the ground and I'll show you how I did it. This thing is really fairly simple though. It's just I've got 2x6s here because that gives me the space for my 2x8s to slide underneath, and I actually do have a little piece of 1/8" plywood between my cutting deck and these down here to give me a little bit extra room. But I just didn't want boards getting wedged in there. But then other than that, you just got a piece of plywood up here for your saw to ride on. A straight edge for the rail, or for the saw, to ride up against. And then I've got one set up straight, one set up on diagonal. And this diagonal, you can make it any angle you wanted. I just made it for the size boards I needed. But the straight side I'm going to use the whole time just for cutting my straight boards. And it's nice because then you've got a mark to put your things up to. But you can use this for any size boards really. You can make one of these bigger or small as you need to, and it comes in handy a lot of times. I've made these something like this even for when I had to cut Formica countertop with the splash and everything on it. Just make a jig up like this, and you get a nice straight cut every time. So yeah, if you got cuts to make with a it's even nice and handy just to have it to make a bunch of to make all your straight cuts on with the skill saw. But that works for any size boards. You can make the jig to suit any angle you want it to, and helps you make some cuts without having a chop saw. Maybe even if your chop saw just ain't big enough for the material you're wanting to cut. But a jig like that don't take 5-10 minutes to make, and then it saves you a whole bunch of time on cutting. So hopefully that helps somebody, and see y'all on the next one.